Well then, this will be week 1, day 1, match 1, game 1, first half of GG versus Wolves. We're finally back here once again in IVL Autumn 2024. It's going to be 2 tie turns alongside which of 3 knee-jerk reflex here. No borrowed time on both Gardner and Prisoner Tongwai as our hunter here from Wolves with Trump Attention alongside with Blink. Let's move on straight towards the first matchup then. Okay, damn, that's such an interesting opening. Maybe we'll be able to see a Leo's Memories story extension soon, hopefully. But aside from that, it seems like it's me Tongwai here going straight towards PB who's playing our Fire Investigator. But all we have known between Fire Investigator and Opera is Fire Investigator will always win. And I really haven't seen Fire Investigator here lose at all. So that's going to be charge attack here alongside the Fire Investigator, a boost out, and of course his own movement speed boost here. I could say sometimes I would think that Fire Investigator is actually better than Merc, but there are these odd times where you would say otherwise. But aside from that, that's going to be another airbag here. Are we going to drop it down? We don't need to do it just yet. We're going to try to take the movement speed boost straight upstairs here, it seems, and it's not going to be that much of a bad plan. That's the airbag loosened up as well, and that's Fire Investigator without any items to use. But look, the good news is that it's still Fire Investigator here you're talking about. Maybe Fire Investigator isn't better than Merc, because Merc has 3 items, but at least for fire he can reuse his airbags. Now, PB is going to be able to reach towards the next pallet, but it seems like no, the back to back once again, and of course that being a slow vault down, it kind of did hurt a little bit, I won't lie, because PB was crouching. Well, he was crawling, crouching. But aside from that, let's see here. Kutao's Cipher Machine currently done. It's not that much Cipher Machines, I won't lie. It really isn't that much Cipher Machines. But for my elimination rate here, it's currently on 27%. So with 2.5 Cipher done here, as long as we can perform a before half rescue, it should still be a tie. Now, having no items here on Fire Investigator, it's what makes him bad. I do think a lot of people don't want to use him in Rankings because he can't pick up items. So for now, that's a chair hit. Chair hit doesn't change much. You know what? No, it doesn't change much. Why? Because you're still missing 2 full ciphers, and it seems like tossing here, that's a needle here on Gardner. But it seems like we want Gardner to come to rescue here, it seems. It's not a bad choice with Gardner having an extra tie turner, but I don't know if you really want to use it now. You could potentially use the Gardner's tie turner for endgame alongside with a shield, is what I recommend, but I guess if she gets chased immediately next, that's just a whole nother issue. At least we can maintain our full health. But we're still missing 1 full cipher here from Prisoner. Kutao, we are not on board. It seems like someone wanted to force him on board actually, but I don't think he'll get on unless you've actually vaulted over that window. So for our Gardner here, that's going to be a shield up immediately, and we're just going to slowly make our way in. 5 seconds here should be enough for a no damage rescue, and I don't think body blocking is necessary here. Seems like for GG right now, they're going to be mainly focusing on a tie. But for Tongwai, he does have teleport though, so we could potentially still teleport out. What matters right now is how we can get the next one down fast, because if you want to chase after Prisoner, could potentially say you can target Prisoner down, but he does still have electrocution even after, like, you know, his second chair. So with those regen times on the items for all survivors right now, they've really nothing to worry about. Seems like we want to go after Gardner here, who I think we probably think that Gardner doesn't really have borrow time. I mean, it's because we have tied, so does kind of make sense. But from the hunter's point of view right now, it depends on how fast you can actually get this girl. Then that's gonna be me to hit here without any bubble charge up, sadly, and might be a 3-man elimination if we play this well, because we still do have teleport, still do have trump card here to use, maybe even for warp later on. But that's gonna be a drop down, that's gonna be the shield up, and 5 seconds. This 5 seconds should be more than enough here, but there is a dungeon nearby. But Housey might not be able to use any other bubble, maybe 30 seconds later in towards the game. We're down, and the exit gate has been popped. Okay, it's just that no one's at the exit gate right now. Whitling at the Christmas tree gate. No, he's running straight towards the shack. And it seems like Prisoner may be going towards Stash Gate soon. But I feel like for our opera singer, we could just go out and see where the survivors are. Because it's especially with the fact that it's, you know, corner cipher machine there near Moongate that has been decoded, which isn't the closest. But here we can see Wilding on board, we just don't see him yet. If we turn back this way, we're not going to be able to see anything, but so it seems like it's going to be a guaranteed tie game here. So my guarantee on tie here isn't bad. Right, for our Joker main, guaranteeing a tie isn't bad. We are out. That's an execution. Let's congratulate the tie game here from both sides. Moving on. 171 BPM, by the way. That's scary. Ooh la la! D-King Perfumer Composer with Cheerleader on a map like this. This is going to be pretty interesting to see, but that's going to be Wolves versus GG here on week 1, day 1, match 1, game 1, second half. And I don't even know how to do introductions anymore, but enjoy the matchup. Well, I typically don't enjoy 4 people watching me waking up, but I guess it is what it is for GK. Our first chase here would be Jelly on Composer. Jelly's finally back from his hiatus. I mean, he did have a wrist injury very similar to Iron, so it's not nice to see, you know, both teams back. It's nice to see both teams and both players back. But for now, Jelly is going to be the one of the main pillars here for Wolves. Depending on this game, if they can't beat GG, I do think it means quite a lot, but it's still pretty hard. Your round 1 is up against GG, who are IVL champions. Right, so I mean, right now the decoding progress is really fast. Jelly here, that's going to be a Shadow Dance back, and we do have tuning here to use, but it's just that tuning might be a little bit harder to use here against Opera Singer, since she could catch up to you really fast, and that's a charge attack hit alongside with a speed boost there from the dash. So right now, Jelly trying to rotate out of this area. We do have knee-jerk reflex for the windows, but I don't think we're going to be able to make it here at all now. There might be flywheel, but this flywheel is going to be able to bring us both down, and it seems like we did use it a little bit early. That's fine. That's fine. It's a little bit harder here to predict Opera Singer at the end of the day, so there's nothing that Jelly can do. But knowing that it's knee-jerk reflex and flywheel, XMX coming to rescue, he wasn't the best rescuer last season for IVL Summer, but hopefully it'll be a little bit more different this time. Because, like, the thing is, I have a little bit more expectations for XMX. I know he's a new player, but like when he joined for Koa, he performed really well. So I guess my expectations are a little bit higher than usual. But for right now, XMX, that's going to be a charge attack and blink down from Saw M. The rescue will be denied. Well, it won't be denied, but it's going to be a double down. But wow, at least it's not a before half rescue here, thankfully. But even so, this is why Opera Singer is so strong. She's just so fast. Shadow Strike, and there goes down the Composer. And that's what we need to see here from rank 1 Hunter in IVL. He's not, well, he is still rank 1 in the world actually, GG1 Koa 7, but wow. That is brilliant from Salem's side. That is honestly scary. We're going to be able to see First Officer here being fully healed up. We do know that D-King is decoding the Cypher machine, meanwhile First Officer is currently being healed, so we're trying to see where the tinnitus is coming from, but it seems like XMX and 487 here might just be found a little bit earlier than usual. We're going to Shadow Dance back even. Oh no, never mind, the Shadow Dance didn't really go that far back. But that's it on XMX, and right now we might just be able to see First Officer down soon. No, we're not, we just want to get near the chair. Oh, we just want to get near the chair. Yeah. First Officer, no items left. This is really bad. And boom, down you go. 1 full Cypher remaining. Cheerleader and Perfume. We're needing to decode a Cypher machine each. But the moment you chair the First Officer here, it just means that Cheerleader needs to let go. Because if she doesn't let go fast enough, then it's going to be Opera Singer. That's a Ferrari here. We've talked about her last season as well. Well, not last season, but like last series in IVL Autumn. Oh, that's a hit. Yeah, that's what we say when... That's what we meant when we say Cheerleader isn't the best option against Opera. We're dead. We're dead. That's a 3k. Okay, that's a 3k. Okay, that's a trick because Perfumer wants to make her way in here as well. But I feel like if Sam actually just chairs cheerleader, it's also fine. But he wants a 4-man, I guess. If he wants a 4-man, that's understandable. But if it was rank, I would have just shared. I wouldn't care. If it was rank, I wouldn't have cared. I mean, there's still 3 full Cypher machines remaining, so that's also another point too. Now then, Perfumer. How are we gonna get towards this area? We don't have flywheel, so ooh, that's Perfumer out. That's fine. That's fine. We could potentially hit Perfumer here. Yeah, just so the perfume bottle just disappears. Well, that's a failed Perfumer. Well, that's not a failed Perfumer, but hey, that's a hit right over Polish. Okay. Okay, GG. That's a very strong game 1. That's a very, very, very strong game 1. Typically, game 1s and game 2s are more hunter-sided. But I do think our team comp was the biggest issue here. Wolves probably want to test a lot of stuff out with this team comp. But I do feel like when it comes to against Opera Singer, even for Church, unless you're upstairs, it's hard to play around. I could understand Jelly's rotation up towards the stairs and back down with tuning. But it's just a bit hard. It's still just a bit hard for a character. Ooh, nice palette still for a character like that. Maybe if it was Lawyer, would have been a little bit more different because you can see through walls. But Composer, even with Speed Boost, a little bit harder. Still just a little bit harder here. Perfume, my last perfume bottle will be used. We're going to try charge attack it back, but D-King's just running straight towards the next polish, and it seems like that's going to be a beautiful palette stunt there. As for A7 did get a needle, but it's a cheerleader who can regenerate her pom-poms, so with the cherry blossoms on cheerleader's hands, I think it's not going to be worth it. It's not going to be worth it. Well, I mean, we do have Dungeon, which is good news, but Perfumer, we're just trying to stall for a little bit longer. No Cypher machines are currently shaking. 47 is currently on the other side of the map. We might just speed this up then a little bit if that's the case. We might just speed this up then a little bit if that's the case. I will speed that up by 2. Because now it's just a game of hide and seek. Now it's really just a game of hide and seek. The team comp wasn't bad. I could understand Composer since he's done really well on this map, but maybe rotate out towards these 2 pallets outside of Factory might have not been bad too. And now we're going to be able to find Perfumer. There is Tinnitus, it's just that can we see her or not? I mean, it's Opera at the end of the day, so this should be relatively fast. We do see Cheerleader right now. Not Perfumer, it's supposed to be Cheerleader that we're talking about. What was I saying? She did have a needle, that's a beautiful palette stone, but she did have a needle. It's just that the needle will be rendered useless because this is Cherry at the end of the... Okay, still missed. Damn for it. Damn. Well, I mean, it's 47 for you, I guess, at the end of the day, and that's a hit down. D-King has crawled so far out. We're just not going to heal. Wow. We've actually crawled so far out. I think we're going to be able to find... Yeah, we're going to be able to find D-King right here. Yeah, that's going to be a formal elimination. Then let's move on straight towards the second half. We're finally able to see Ivy here right after her nurse during our IVL patches, but this will be week 1, day 1, match 1, game 2, first half of Wolves versus GG. We're going to be able to see 1 Titan alongside with 2 knee-jerk reflex, 1 flywheel on PB Chas, 5 investigator. We're playing a lot of fires recently in Lamal, but tonight with Blink Instance Detention. Okay, the map is Ever Sleeping Town. It's a bit of a bigger map compared to usual, but it's really comfortable here for Ivy to play. So for our first chase here, it seems like Tomoe's trying to utilize Phantom to go straight towards 18, who is our aeroplanist. But even so, there's a little bit of a visual bug there if you see from Psycho's point of view. Stress seems like it's a little bit dislocated, but oh well, what can we do? New engine issues. Now then, PB we are going to be able to get a 40 stack there immediately, and of course that's going to be a teleportation straight in, but that's a 58 stack alongside with that too. But even if you do lock Mercenary here in middle, what does that mean? That means that PB can just immediately airback straight towards Shrine. But even for Shrine here, we're going to see if we can actually get any fear stacks on. We decide not to Revelation Scream there, it seems. That's 60 stacks here immediately on PB and now we kind of just wait, right? Because it seems like from the bottom left hand side of the screen, PB is just jumping down immediately. That's kind of what you need to do against characters like these, but we're going to be able to reutilize that airbag once again. It should be nearby. Airbag should be nearby, and Kota has gotten rid of his tombstone too. I just feel like, you know, dismantling tombstones only take like 3 seconds now, if I'm not wrong, or still 5 seconds, but like it's still short. And also at the same time, we're gonna be able to semi-lock. Oh no, well, yeah, semi-lock because. It's semi-lock simply because of the fact that you can leech on towards Fire Investigator, so it's not really considered a lock. Then we have 98 stacks. We're going to try get... Ooh, we didn't get anything there. Ooh, might be a little bit harder here to play then if that's the case. And that's a hit on PB Chat's Fire Investigator. And that's what we talked about before. The reason why Fire Investigator is so good against Ivy is due to this as well. You're going to be able to pull out fast. And if you want to rotate out, it's just a free use of items. And since, you know, since Tawai isn't willing to break anything just yet, there's a chance that he's going to be able to reuse it here from Fire Investigator's point of view. But of course, with a blink down, tie game here is 24.2%. It's not the fastest down, it's a 2-minute down, but because the Ostracon has been reduced from, I think, 20 seconds of unable to dismantle to around 18, no, not 18, 12 or 15, it just allows the survivors to side rush more early game. So like we were kind of now primarily focusing on allowing survivors to decode early game instead of to stall. Because I guess for rank it's a little bit harder compared to usual, but right now we're going to leech, we're going to see what we can do to come get a turret shock. That's going to be a hit straight towards a Merc, and we're out. We are out. 56 stacks isn't enough to do much here against Merc, and even if PB Shell wants to rotate out, we can leech and teleport on immediately, and that's a max stack, max presence, and good night to you. Yeah. Even with the good nighties here in mind, you do still have to, you know, consider quite a lot, because hey, our last 2 Cypher machines are 60% plus. So with Psycho here giving the whistle to Mercenary, Psycho, even if she gets teleported on, it's okay. There's nothing much that the IV can do here, because like you see. Okay, you can change targets to any of the two, but even if you do, what happens here? What happens is that Mercenary can just double back, Mercenary can dismantle, Mercenary can body block. And like there's also a Fire Investigator nearby too, so all what Aeroplanus nearby too. Aeroplanus can jetpack in. Aeroplanus is jetpacking in right now, I think. Yeah, he's basically in with the jetpacks. I'm quite sure Aeroplanus will be decoding right now. Or dismantling. It's either one decoding or dismantling. We're dismantling right now, and with both survivors nearby here too, like even if you want to stall, your blink was used pretty late and we can rescue right now. From the Merc's point of view, we could definitely just rescue right there because ooh, we got that. Okay, that's a pallet drop, and that's okay for now. We got a hit. Might be a tiny bit more different than I thought. Might be I thought PB Shaq could have flywheeled out. I won't lie to you. I genuinely thought he could have flywheeled out, especially if Merc just decided to force dismantle the items. A bit different than I thought, but the all Cypher machine has been done. 3 survivors end game, and we can just get Aeroplanus to open the exit gate and Kutal here at the graveyard gate, because Psycho, if she gets teleported on, it's a long day for GG. Even so, Merc has elbow padded straight towards the inner depths just to get away from Ostracon range. There is a Psycho still nearby as well, so we just have to be a tiny bit more careful. Tawai needs a tie game here. Tawai really needs a tie game here. We're going to be able to teleport over. Okay, 18 uses jetpacks to get away. We could potentially leech on towards someone once again. We're going to jetpack over straight towards the dungeon. Okay, jetpack over towards the dungeon. We're going to try lock the other exit gate one more time. But that doesn't really matter here for GG, because as long as you pull distance, that's all what matters. Mercy is opening the gate. Mercy is, well, Well, I guess Mercenary was just applying pressure. That was applying pressure. That was applying pressure. And with 46 seconds remaining on the clock, we do have Hunt, but it's going to disappear because we're not chasing after anyone anymore. Aeroplanist does not have jetpacks, but you can't. You can leech onto Aero. I think we will. We will go for it. We will go for it, and that's Aero down. It's okay for Aero to be down. It's okay for Aero to be down. Merc is looking for a new item, I think. Merc got 2 elbow pads for himself, but he just can't stack them. If they're allowed to stack them, they might be a little bit strong. But also could be a double-edged sword because you can't give it to your survivors anymore. For now, the tension is over. Exegate currently at 12% here at Graveyard Gate. Merc is going to come in to rescue. If he could elbow pad, it would be nice, but is he shuffling his items? Is he carrying the items at all, I wonder? If he is, it would be better. If he is, it definitely would have been better right here. We do get the rescue. Do we pick up the elbow pad? We didn't. I don't think we did. Yeah, I don't think Aeroplanist did because this is a bit too scary. A bit too oomphy and scary. But that's going to be the gate here at 60, 70, 80. Barely at 80, and we got the revelation. But are you going to really chase after Merc here? Are you really going to chase after Merc here? You could potentially say you can leech onto Psycho and Psycho gets away before she goes into Dismantle the Ostracon. But for now, Merc can rescue. Merc can still rescue, so it's okay. Merc can still rescue, so it's okay. Or we can just leave from the other side, because Merc can tank 2 hits anyways, and he is an elbow pad. So that's going to be the Exegate Open. Let's congratulate the tie game here for GG then. I mean, for Tomoya, honestly, his early game wasn't the best. I do think tying was the best he can do. There's no way he could have won there. But let's move on straight towards second half. Alrighty, that's going to be GG versus Wolves here with 47 finally playing his Prospector again. This is Prospector before nerf, but with the Personas, it's going to be double flywheel, 1 knee-jerk reflex alongside with Knight, 1 tie turner. Everyone has borrowed time. So I'm here playing our Ivy Instant Tension alongside Wish Blink. Okay, once again, we're gonna see D-King could be potential first chase here as Fire Investigator, but it seems like we're just gonna completely ignore him. No, we're not. We're gonna walk towards him while leeching off straight towards Merc. Okay, just apply a little bit of a map pressure right here, but who's the next target? Jelly's nearby. Fire Investigator is not here as he rotated straight towards the back. But what does that mean? That means that as long as I'm here, just confines D-King to this one area. That's all what is necessary. That's a 40 stack immediately. Okay, now we're just going to be playing a little bit more of a back and forth right here because we're looking straight towards the Hunter's face, but at least, ooh, that's a brilliant use of the airbag. So for now, we're going to be able to survive for another day, but 47 here, a little bit caught out of position, which means he gets 23 stacks here for free, but we don't want to chase after him because of magnets right now. So all what it takes here is for us to try get a little bit more revelations on fire. But the Fire Investigator, that usage of the airbags was brilliant. D-King. We're gonna be able to blink open here, thankfully. Did we drop down in an airbag? Because I didn't see where it was dropped down in. I won't lie to anyone, I did not see it. I think I might have mistimed my spectator view between the bottom left and the main screen. But for now, XMX middle, we're locking middle side for machine. We just can't chase up towards D-King here just yet, but we're gonna try lock him over anyways near this side. We're gonna see if we can double back. We might be able to. There's a flywheel potential. There's no flywheel potential because of revelation from ETN. And now, tie game, 23.9%. Formal elimination game, though, 24.8%. Still relatively strong here for Siam because he did get the survivor down 20 seconds faster compared to Toei last game. And now we're kind of just trying to lock these ciphers. I won't lie. Right, Phantom seemed way slower on an EU server with 100 pin compared to CN with 10 MS. I guess it does make sense, but I'm kind of salty. I'm a bit sad. But even so, Even so, we might need to try leech on towards Economic right here, but that's going to be no damage rescue. We didn't hit on towards anyone just yet. Fine Investigator, 65 stacks right now. We're going to try get a Revelation Scream as we do, of course. But even in this case scenario here, you now are at max presence. It's what Sam needed. And because he's at max presence, we could just immediately teleport in. And yeah, it's a little bit harder here to flywheel. Hey, we tried. You know what? We tried. We really tried. We really tried. I think we might have mistapped the Revelation. Might have, by the way, might have. But Deacon, that's him back on the chair for the second time. 487's in middle decoding. Jelly did get rid of his Ostrakon as well. And that's middle cipher machine that could potentially be locked. And we're going to be able to see where Jelly is due to the fact that we leech on towards someone. Now, there is still no Tinnitus nearby. I wonder if we know where Merc is. No, Merc is currently dismantling an Ostrakon. So we're probably going to teleport straight towards Merc right after that. Oof. We're still missing one full cipher machine though. That's kind of the annoying thing about when it comes to going up against Ivy. You do need as much Ostrakons as possible. And now Merc with 97 stacks. Merc with an airbag there to use to push away. We're going to be able to create more distance here. Hopefully we can go. We're still within tower radius, I think. Are we? We shouldn't be. From Merc's point of view, he isn't. Yeah, he's dropping down right now. And hello 487. That's 3 magnets here on our prospector. 3 magnets Prozzy. 3 magnets Prozzy. You're the best prospector in IVL. Can we make this into a tie? It's gonna be a little bit hard, I won't lie, but ooh, blink. Okay, a bit more different. 99 stacks. For our prospector, I genuinely feel like if potentially speaking, you do need to force yourself to look at the Ivy. You do need to force yourself to look at Ivy at least once. Yeah, there we go. That's what we needed. No. Oh, we missed. It's a bit more different than what I thought it would be, but hey, we teleported around too. Brilliant stuff. Oh, we teleported towards the wrong side of the map. That's brilliant. 78% cipher machine. Jelly, we're currently going to get rid of that Ostrakon, and it's going to be a tie game here for Wolves. Okay, they're able to move on towards game 3, which is nice. Okay. I was like, Tram, wait a second. And I realized it was the Phantom. I was like, oh, wait. Hold on. XMX, teleport. None just yet. We're going to go straight towards Jelly here first since we don't have corruption transference just yet. But Prospector decodes really fast too. You see that cipher machine at like 2% per second. Well, 1.5% per second. So Prospector might get latched on, but everyone has borrowed time, so this still should be a tie guarantee. But like, as you can see here, right, if the cipher machines are spread out enough, the survivors do have quite an easier time when it comes to going up against Ivy. So like, Ivy is really similar to Dreamwitch. I mean, she is kind of like Dreamwitch, because like at the end of the day, it's one blink, one hit. It's really rare for you to be able to sandwich anyone. That's a hit. Merc, 1 level pad remaining. Merc needs to run straight towards the airbag, by the way. And for Prospector here, you could just pop. Yep, you could just pop. So that's okay. XMX here, 1 level pad remaining. XMX might need to stay in middle. As Jelly jetpack straight towards the X gate. Okay, it's okay. No corruption and transference just yet. No corruption and transference here just yet. We're going to leech on here first and foremost. I think you should be still able to open the gate. No, we're going to teleport over. Okay, we teleport over instead. Did the Ostrakon range cover the gate opening? The gate cipher too? The gate lock. Lock sounds a bit better, but middle is dungeon, but we don't have anything left to use. There is hunt, and that's a blink down. Okay. Might be a little bit more different than we initially thought it would be, but right now we do see no one nearby. The exit gate is currently at 70%, and Prospector is going to have a hard time here. Really hard time here. I don't even think... Wait, Prospector is going to be... Okay, Prospector is going to be able to make it through. Jelly... Oh, we see Prospector. Ooh, that's... yeah. Okay, that's a flywheel out of range. You know what? I respect it. Flywheel out of range to prevent 60 sacks. I respect it. But we need to get out somehow, please. We're not able to get out. Jelly got rid of the Ostrakon. We don't have blink, but we could potentially, so we can teleport back. We could potentially speak and teleport back. We're waiting right now. I feel like for Prospector, you need to wait until detention is over. Magnet. Okay, no magnet just yet. Hold on. We're going to try. This is wolves that we're talking about. Wolves, 3-man endgame, 3-man escape. This is wolves that we're talking about as the magnet did leech on towards, well, it didn't leech, but it latched on towards the IV. And right now we're trying 3, 2, 1. Hey, that's a double stop. So about that, right? It's really rare for this to happen, but not once have I seen a hunter pulling a survivor in and making the survivor stun longer than the hunter. Jelly wants to come in for a rescue because it needs to be a tie. Prospector has a chance in getting dungeon because of his magnets, but 40 seconds left and the blink is ready. That's a little bit hard here. We're gonna hover ourselves in. Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. We're gonna walk in right now. That's the teleportation straight in. That's gonna be, no, we didn't get anything just yet, but that's it on straight towards Jelly. Jelly does have jetpacks, but 487 here, we have to be very careful with our magnets. I mean, you can't really look at the hunter, so it's gonna be really harder here for you to play around him, but 487 can get leeched on. 487 can get leeched on. He's within this area too, so that's all what it takes right now. We're currently trying to look. We're gonna go straight towards this direction first, and we're gonna try block off the Prospector, but I do think as long as Prospector can get a really good stun, that's all what I'm at. Wait a second. There's dungeon in the middle, Prosy. Oh lord, I feel like Jelly should have stayed. But that's a 3-man elimination here for GG. Let's congratulate GG for winning. Let's move on.